Hello and welcome to Ad Art Show 2021. I'm Maria Van Vlodrop, founder of MVV Art, creator of Ad Art Show. We create opportunities for artists. Ad Art Show is the art platform for artists from advertising. After all, Edward Hopper, Andy Warhol, René Magritte, and many other famous artists all worked in advertising. So Ad Art Show celebrates the next generation of artists from advertising and the creative talent in our industry. It brings art and advertising together. Today, one artist will be honored with a CLIO in Contemporary Art, as well as a Creative Emergent Day at NBC Universal, our presenting sponsor since 2018. I would like to thank Isaac Aiden, our Chief Curator, and Roger Allen Bentley, our Chief Creative, as well as my entire team at MVV Art, and of course Westfield, for providing us such a beautiful, magnificent venue. Last year, I addressed you from my home. This year, I'm welcoming you right from the Oculus, where our show is going to be taking place now for the third year. We're all feeling more optimistic this year, and I'm hoping that everything will get better soon. On this note, I would like to introduce you to our very, very special guest today, who's going to be opening the show and also exhibiting with us on May 29th and 30th. Please welcome Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who's also a very talented abstract artist represented by the Roadshow Company. Thank you.
Hey everyone, welcome to Ad Art Show 2021. What a crazy year. Oh my God, I'm Chad Smith. I'm overjoyed to introduce the fourth year of the art show that celebrates artists and advertising. I'm also excited to showcase some of my own art on the screens at the Oculus at Westfield World Trade Center in this year's show. Art in all different forms, which is amazing, is a connecting factor between people, places, and even industries. I can't wait to showcase my stuff alongside many new and returning artists. So let's get the party started! Woo!
Thank you, Chad, for this dynamic and beautiful introduction. We're so excited to have you in the show with us this year. Stay tuned. Eric Shiner will be interviewing Chad Smith about his art. And now, I'd like to introduce you to Josh Feldman from NBC Universal, our presenting sponsor since 2018 when we launched at Sotheby's in New York City.
Hello everyone, I'm Josh Feldman, Chief Marketing Officer, NBC Universal, Advertising Sales and Partnerships. I'm thrilled to be joining you virtually for this year's Ad Art Show 2021. NBC Universal has been a presenting sponsor since 2018. And in our continued partnership, we've been both amazed and inspired by the vibrant community of artists and creators that this show brings together every year. We're thrilled to return again as the Ad Art Show presenting sponsor and continue to demonstrate our support for creativity and art across the industry. I am also personally very excited to see the amazing works of art take over the digital screens at the Oculus at Westfield World Trade Center. Now, it's my pleasure to share this year's roster for the Art Selection Committee and the jury members for the 2021 Ad Art Show. This is the first time in the event's 4-year history that the advertising community has been invited to join the fine art-focused jury. I'm thrilled to welcome Poum Lefebvre, co-founder and chief creative officer of Design Army, to our selection committee, Niels Leonard, founder of Uncommon London, to our jury, and Bennett D. Bennett of 600 and Rising as this year's jury chair. Together, they join the established group of collectors and art professionals who make up the Ad Art Show community. The art and advertising world truly come together to select this year's winners. And I'm excited to say that once again, the winner of this year's Ad Art Show will take home a specialty CLIO in contemporary art and get to experience a creative immersion day at NBC Universal. And now, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Stephen Rummer, Senior Vice President of Strategy and Creative Partnerships at NBC Universal, who will present this year's Ad Art Show finalists.
Thank you so much, Josh. I'm thrilled to be here as well. And I'm delighted to present this year's Ad Art Show finalists, both as a creative professional and on behalf of NBC Universal. This is a project that myself and the team at NBCU have been involved in since its inception, and we've even been lucky enough to have one of our own peacocks participate themselves. In my role working with and as a creative, it's incredibly important to celebrate the talent and skills people develop professionally and personally. And the finalists you'll hear about shortly are an impressive group of artists. They are a welcome addition to the creative artistic community that Ad Art Show has grown and nurtured over the last 4 years. They join a dynamic group of individuals, and we're excited to see the results from the selection committee. So, the moment you've all been waiting for. This year's finalists in alphabetical order are Jessica ALAZRAKI, Chanel Angeli, Marco Galota, Yun Jung Ji, Harrison Lex Mistrovic, Stevenson Michel, and Michael Wente. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce Nicole Purcell, president of the CLIO Awards, who will announce the 3 winners of Ad Art Show, with the #1 winner taking home the first prize.
Amazing. Thank you, Stephen. Congratulations to the 7 finalists. Your work is so inspiring. As he said, I have the distinct pleasure of announcing Ad Art Show's 2021's 3 winners and the top winner from that group. The CLIO Awards has a prestigious legacy of celebrating creativity in its many forms, and we're so proud to be continuing that tradition with the 2nd annual Specialty CLIO Award for Contemporary Art. Without further ado, I am thrilled to announce that the 3 winners of the 2021 Ad Art Show are Chanel Angeli, Hugh Jun Ji, and Jessica ALAZRAKI. Congratulations to all of you. It's so nice to see 3 women winning a show like this. And now, the advertising industry creative whose art stood out to this year's jury and who will receive the CLIO Award for Contemporary Art, a feature on our content platform Used by CLIO, and a Creative Immersion Day at NBC Universal is Jessica ALAZRAKI. Jessica, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited and grateful with this award. Thanks to the judges and panelists for making me the MVVO Ad Art Show winner 2021. Congratulations to all the rest of the finalists. It's a privilege to be winning with you all and the selected artists who work in advertising like me. I always wanted to have a CLIO. Thanks, Nicole. Working in advertising for the US Hispanic market had a tremendous impact in my paintings and my development as a contemporary artist. I've been living in New York City for more than 20 years and having my paintings displayed at the Oculus, Westfield, World Trade Center is incredibly meaningful. Thanks to NBC Universal, the Westfield, and all the panelists and judges of the MVVO Ad Art Show for making me the first female winner. I couldn't be more excited. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the artists who are participating in Ad Art Show 2021. You're all winners. And now, I would like to welcome Lauren Miller from Westfield.
Hello, my name is Lauren Miller, SVP of U.S. Media and Strategic Partnerships at Westfield. Our mission at Westfield is to reinvent being together. So we seek out partnerships that help us elevate our consumer journey. That said, we're very excited to partner again with MVVO Ad Art Show, again this year at Westfield World Trade Center. This partnership allows us to exhibit a unique collection of artwork coming from some of the best creators in the advertising industry. Westfield World Trade Center's unique floor-to-ceiling white canvas coupled with our 22 high-definition digital screens, allows the artwork to truly dominate the space, providing consumers with an unexpected visual indulgence. On behalf of Westfield World Trade Center, we invite you all to come downtown, tour our screens, and experience this compelling art show firsthand. Thank you.
So we hope to see you all at the Oculus at the Westfield World Trade Center so you can see the beautiful art. And remember that you can get a free cup of coffee and a suite from our show partner Italy, situated on the 3rd floor at the Oculus. And now I'd like to introduce Isaac Aiden, our Chief Curator of Ad Art Show.
Hi, my name is Isaac Aiden. I'm the Chief Curator of the Ad Art Show 2021. I've worked on this project since its beginning about 5 years ago and spent countless hours looking over all this artwork, trying to figure out the best possible way to present it. And one of the things I've learned is that people might surprise you. They might be more complicated than you think. There might be a deeper diversity than is initially evident. And that's really what this project is about. It's about celebrating artists from advertising and introducing you to their artistic endeavors that you might not otherwise know about. And Andy Warhol was sitting at a desk and he was drawing shoes, and then he used tools from the advertising industry and he appropriated popular culture and he changed culture as we know it. So we'd like to invite you to come and explore and see what types of art you can discover here. And we'd really like to thank all the artists and all their countless hours of work that they've done that aren't necessarily evident. So let's go look at the show.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you to our artists. Thank you to our sponsors. The show is till May 30th. Go to mvvart.com for more information and follow mvvart on Instagram for daily updates. And now a conversation between Eric Shiner and Chad Smith.
What do you want to know?
I want to know all about your life of creativity because
Well,
obviously
when I was 5 in kindergarten, no, you're not going to.
it usually does go back to that really at the end of the day.
Right?
But I'm so happy to be talking to you, Chad Smith, and everyone knows that you have an incredibly long and wonderful music career, but very few people probably know that you're an artist as well. So I'd love to ask how you started to paint and what those first nuggets of inspiration looked like.
Well, that's an excellent question because what I think we need to educate our viewers and listeners on is that the art that I do, I first of all, I love art and all kinds of art. You across the board. Obviously, as you mentioned, music, and I love film and photography and painting and sculpture and everything. But um, I'm just an artist at heart. So when I had this opportunity come to me a few years ago, about 4 years ago, I believe, or five now, um, that it spoke to me because it connected me. It made sense to me because it was a connection and another extension of what my real first passion being music and drumming at a very, very young age. And I've been lucky. I think I'm going to stick with it. I don't know if I might have to be an intern at a law office or something, but maybe not. Hopefully not. Now that I'm 59 years old. Ha! So yeah, I love music. And so this company, let me tell I'll just give you a quick background. This company called Scene 4, based out of Los Angeles here. And they approached me and said, we're doing this new kind of art. And you're playing your instrument in a dark room, completely black room, actually. And I'm using these fluorescent light up drumsticks that change color with the intensity of hitting the drums.
Mm-hmm.
And they're different colors. There's clear, red, blue, green. I think there's 4 or 5 different colored ones that I used. And I basically sat in a room and I played a drum solo, nothing planned out, off the top of my head, just improvised for maybe 5 or 7 minutes. And they photographed me from all different angles and lots of different shutter speeds. So the photographic part is part of it. And also, obviously me playing in the movement and the sound and the visual of it, and the emotion all comes through, and the different shutter speeds allow you to really see. I'm sure people that are familiar with photography know that you can get these trails and all different things, and it's perfect for drumming in such a physical instrument.
Yep.
So that really was and I saw what they could do. And so then what happens? So I do my part, and then being modern day that we're in technology, and the new part of the art is that they can manipulate it in so many different ways, and color, texture, that what kind of canvas it can go on. It was really interesting to me. And the other thing that I found interesting was that it didn't really look like, there are some pieces in my collection that you could vaguely see a silhouette of me in the background, or a tom-tom or a cymbal or something. But for the most part, a lot of it's abstract enough that you wouldn't know that it's what the source is. You wouldn't really know. It does look like a painting, or in the way that it's the process that they used. So I thought it was just really cool. And again, it made sense to me because it was an extension of who I am and as an artist, and to take it in a different avenue and in a different sort of field, it was really satisfying to me. And so then I started adding stuff to it in the second collection that I did, and this is what some of the pieces that they're going to see at the Oculus at the World Trade Center. Like anything, it just kind of speaks to you, and it's exciting, and it's fun, and it's new, and it's different, and it's a way to express myself creatively in a different way other than playing music. I'm up for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just seems like a natural extension of your creative process already. And thinking about how the stroke of a drumstick through air as it goes and makes contact with the drum, and thinking about how a painter brings the brush close through air to the canvas, they're not dissimilar actions in any way. So it really is, it's a visualization of your creative motion in so many ways. How did you decide on the color palette?
You said that so much better, more articulate. Yeah, see, you're a pro.
I try.
You're a pro. Yes, that's exactly right. I mean, to me, the drum set is a canvas.
Yeah.
And these are my brushes. In
Yeah.
fact, there's the quiet things with the little wires that stick out are called brushes. A lot of jazz players play with. I play more in a powerful kind of way with rock. I use brushes, but that's it. That's really it. Can I steal that? Can I use that?
Please do, anytime. You know, it's so common in whichever world we tend to inhabit, whatever lane we tend to be in, whether it's the art world or the music world. There's not a lot of creativity in terms of people being open-minded when one starts to go into another lane. And this is a classic. So of course, you know, I used to run the Andy Warhol Museum in Pittsburgh for many years. And Warhol got a lot of ridicule when he started to dally in the music world. And
Velvet Underground, Nico and all that. Yeah,
exactly. So with the Velvet Underground, and, you know, he produced a lot of their records. He and Nico and Lou Reed were super close. And, you know, he got a lot of negative feedback for that, to be sure. And people just always want you to sort of stay in your lane. But I'm always so excited when people break out of the lane and make it a highway.
There you go. Right. Yeah. You know, again, it's I really think that for me, I'm always looking for different avenues, but it has to be something that makes sense, and I feel I need to push myself and take a risk, but it has to feel right. It has to feel authentic to me in order to, you know, this felt like, okay, yeah, this is an extension of what I do, and it's just a different avenue or a different one, and I can make it bright. And like the collection that's going to be at the Oculus was really, I wanted it to be really bright and to hopefully accentuate the power of the drumming, the way that I was playing and the way that I felt in that moment. And so I've added some of those kind of explosive elements to it as well, just to accentuate that where I feel it's appropriate. And, you know, why not?
Exactly, why not? And I hope that
this is going to come and go, hey, I'm the art police and you can't do that.
There are a lot of art police in the art world. It gets really boring really fast. But I hope that your story will be an inspiration to a lot of people out there who often do feel that they can't break out of their own creative sphere. And that's what the Ad Art Show is all about, taking people from the creative industries of advertising, which is incredibly creative, and letting them blossom as fine artists and encouraging them to explore that as an additional track in their career. So I hope that your story is inspiring to a lot of people to start to think about how they can be creative in other ways.
Absolutely. If one person that walks in, oh, that's the drummer from the Chili Peppers, and he's doing that. Wow, I could do something like that. That might be cool. Well, if you can inspire one person, great.
I think more than one person, hopefully thousands of people will be inspired. I'm so glad we got to take a few minutes to talk. And
thank you, Eric. I really appreciate it very much.
Thank you. And
can't wait to, I would love to see you in person and we can have a chat, and that would be great.
I hope so as well. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in New York soon.
You got it, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.